Welcome to another gorgeous day and another day of Dose of Did You Know, where intriguing, inspiring, unique individuals come to talk about love and life and how it brought them to where they are today. I'm your host, Danny Rocco, and with me, finally, I'm so excited, Mr. Mark. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thank you for the absolute awesome opportunity to come on and speak with you.
Oh, I am super duper excited. And you know what I love? I love is that when you have people in your life, when you have these moments, you're like these like Bart moments, these blonde moments, these like moments of like, things aren't working out like I have planned. They're just like, no worries. I got you. We can do this. Those are good people. You're one of those good people.
Well, you know what? You could either die by the sword or live by the sword. And here's the deal: if you die and you don't figure it out, then you're just sitting behind everyone else. So you got to move forward.
That is the truth. So before we get like down and dirty and start our conversation, tell the world a little bit about who Mark is.
Absolutely. Mark Petersen. I live in Minnesota. I'm actually a school teacher, but I did serve in the Army for 14 years. I served on our local fire department for about 10 years. I've got I've got a son down at Fort Riley, and I've got a daughter who's taking her medical school at my kitchen table right now. Yeah, that's who I am.
And you have a little thing called the People's Patriot Project. I mean, just a little thing that you do in your spare time.
Tiny thing. It is a little tiny thing that you say spare time. It's because of the People's Patriot Project. We have figured out how to shove 50 pounds of poo into a 5-pound bag. Awesome. But we do. We have the People's Patriot Project. We have a flagship mission that is going to be set up to create facilities that is a one-stop shop for our veterans and our first responders. It's a place where they can bring. Yeah, absolutely. So let me tell you what the generation of the thought was. When I was a firefighter, I was finding that a lot of the fire departments and the firefighters were giving all their personal resources to accommodate the fire department, their community. They're paying their own personal money for training. They're paying their own personal money for equipment, for both PPE and for the fire department in general, status and apparatus. And at the end of the day, they didn't have anything. They don't have 2 pennies to rub together. And I saw a need at that time that we need to find a facility or a place where firefighters can take themselves and their families and come meet together. We called it back then 13-star accommodations. Because of Space Force, we had to throw another star on there, 14-star accommodations. But bottom line is, it's a place where they can put their feet up and not have to worry about a thing. Based on some levels, there's a matrix that is involved with how much sweat equity you put into it, how much financial resources you put into it. But there's a place for you and your family to go. And if you're a high-need family that low income, have served in the military, have served as a first responder, Gold Star families and Purple Heart families, we will take care of you. That is a piece. Our real name is called We the People, the People's Patriot Project. I innately believe that we have amazing people in this country and people that believe that their freedoms were bought and paid for by those who have served. Less than 11% of our country have picked up the cross, so to speak, and moved forward in a way that's serving the rest of the community. And I believe in serving those people as well. So,
well, there you go. That was like, you're doing your deeds, and that's kind of what I love. Like, you saw an issue and you created something to help it, right? Like, on your part, like the service heart never dies in some of us. I don't want to say in all of us, but in some of us. And then you just kind of picked up this new thing of a radio station channel.
Yeah.
And Okay. I think it's very cool. I feel it's very unique because I'm not sure if there's another one out there that is all veteran all the time. Because this is what I also feel. I got a lot of this is what I think's today. I think you're bringing out a lot of some inside Dannyisms today, is that a lot of people start off with a great mission and a great purpose, but then they realize that when it, like, let's say you're a veteran niched, first responder thing, it's hard. It's hard. People really don't give two flying poopies when it comes down to it. When you ask them to help or put their money where their mouth is, they're like, this is great. And I like, they give that, what do I always kind of refer to as people that say they're Christians, but because they read the Bible or go to church, but they follow zero of the actual biblical laws. Like, right? Like, you don't lie. Well, you just freaking lied, like all of these things. And I feel like there's a lot of that. So, but your station is true and holding of all veteran kind of musicians. Talk about it, because I don't want to like totally.
Absolutely. So a year ago, March, the second week of March, we had this weird phenomena going on in our country, and we created what we called a virtual happy hour. I did not ever want to be in the podcast business, but we created a virtual vlog on Facebook called We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We kept doing it. People liked it. We kept doing it. We started getting a huge following. We started bringing on boots on the ground organizations that can tell other veterans about what their mission is. People said, Mark Petersen, you're crazy. This takes away from your mission. I said, no, it doesn't. This adds to our mission. And how is that? I go, because when I am having the down and outs and someone over on the other side of the country reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm sitting on my bed, I'm having some stinking thinking, I can't reach out to him. I'm in Minnesota, but I've got a guy in Kansas, I've got a guy in Kentucky, I got a guy in Georgia, I got a guy in Alabama, I've got a guy in California, and gals. And we have made this amazing network. I know you wanted me to talk about the radio station, but this is how we get to the radio station.
It's coming. It's coming along.
It's coming. So we created this entertainment show called We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we bring on a veteran and first responder musician to share their craft. I'm going to be honest, Danny. I had no idea what amazing talent is out there. You and I met Chris Turner down in Nashville. That's when you and I met. The guy is a rock star. I have no idea why he is not on everyday aired radio. But guess what? There was a need, there's a method, there's a process. We put together WP3 Radio. It plays exclusive veteran first responder and what we call Patriot player musicians, those that honor the country that we're living in and honor the people that serve it. And we've got, I say goosebumps a lot more now, because every time I turn around, something amazing is happening, and I get these chill bumps all the time. And I'm like, and I might cry now and then too. It's just been it's an amazing ride, man. I'm loving everything that we're doing, and people are loving. And there might be some big news involving this radio station coming up.
I love big news.
I might have a contract sitting in my email right now about some of my favorite podcasters.
There might be, because maybe just one of them has a very anal co-host that I love with all my, that is love. It's just like, give away the secret. That is love with so much heart, because you need that when you have a personality like this, right? You gotta have both. It keeps keeps everybody in the straight and narrow. But that's what's so cool. I love that I can pop on the radio station and hear all my favorite people, like Tony Turner, who's turning it right now. He's on there. And like you said, Chris Turner's on there. And Andrew Farr just snapped in. He's like, he swears he'll be on your show one of these days. LOL.
That guy, he not the Energizer Bunny of that world.
Yeah. He's got a big, big, big place in my heart. I want to show, is there actually, while we're talking in the next 5 minutes or so, if a good song comes up or something like that on the radio, let's pop over and share with everybody. So just
I will.
interrupt this blabbing that goes on. So I have to ask, like, you've got all this stuff. And when you said Goosebumps, it was so funny because Goosebumps kind of came all over me. And then you said the words, and I'm like, ooh, doo 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 doo. But are there times when you yourself, or are you just on a high right now, when you yourself are questioning, like, is this the right thing that was put on my heart? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I mean, probably now because you're in this like forward motion, it's hard to recognize, but that happens.
So I have an amazing team. The crew that works for the People's Patriot Project does just a phenomenal job. They let me go and play. It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work. We don't take average sleep times right now because it is just what it is. But, someone asked me recently, when do you get a rest? I get a rest when 2 weeks ago I was down in Georgia with Feeding the Heroes Foundation and Adam Jones and Matt Strand and Mr. Gaddy, and they fed 400 plus first responders on the ground while Bobby Henline is standing there, Tony Turner is standing there, and all these notables from across the country are standing there following the mission, following a piece that says, you know what, we are going to bring them all home. We're going to go get our brothers and sisters. What we've been doing hasn't been working, but I'm telling you, man, it's like the apocalypse. This may be a morbid thought, but it's like the apocalypse. We've got a team of people that are on these Clydesdales, not even little tiny horses. We are coming to get you, brothers and sisters. Give me a minute, and we will find you, and we will help take care of you. And you know what? If you hear this message, reach out to us. Our stuff is everywhere. The People's Patriot Project, I gave all my links to Danny. She'll get them posted wherever they need to be posted. And if she doesn't, then I'll just kind of hack her account and do that on Facebook anyway. And it's so fun when these lives come up because, again, we've got a podcast world that is unbelievable as well with veteran first responder podcasters. And I'll get on and I'll just start listening to them. And I'll start every time there's a connection, I'll just, hyperlink the connection in there for them and help them continue with their podcasts. And this is amazing, Danny. I love meeting you. I love meeting all of you. I mean, Travis, Oscar, Mike.
That's fine. Travis just popped in. It's the way the world needs to go, and so many. I feel like it was a rarity, and it might still be a rarity, but I feel like, or maybe it's my hope and my faith and my love, Travis. I got to throw that out there, my love, because he's listening, and I know I give him crap all the time about love, that people will collaborate. They will find that their world does not revolve just around the flesh and bones that they happen to be, within the feet of themselves. If you do not collaborate and share what you have and receive what others have, you will just be digging yourself a hole. No one will ever replace you. No one can ever duplicate you. And when people try to, they'll either morph into what they are supposed to be, or they will fail. So you never have to worry about it. I feel like you never have to worry about competition. You're either going to be a stepping stone into their greatness, or they're You're back. Okay. That collaboration heart.
So that is a piece. It's a piece of the mission because there was a while ago where I think I read a meme that said, you know what, you work 40 to 80 hours a week on a job that if you quit tomorrow or didn't show up tomorrow, they would replace in a day. And I go, that is such an amazing concept. But now put that in the realms and the lights and the eyes of what our veterans and first responders do. Not everyone can do what they do. Not everyone can hold the hand of someone taking their last breath. Not everyone is running into the fires. Not everyone is signing. 6% of our country signs up to be part of the military services. 6% is protecting 94% of the rest of our country. Okay. Not everyone is going to do that. So when we lose those brothers and sisters, we lose an asset. Now, on top of that, when we've got our brothers and sisters that we're losing because of PTSD, we also start forgetting the ones before them as well. So we always make this statement. You know what? We have a vigil on the 22nd of every month to remember those that are still here, because without them, we don't get to remember the ones that aren't. And that is an essential piece of why we need to do what we're doing. So we can remember the amazing things, because these are the people doing amazing things. They really are.
Yeah. Oh, I love all of that. And I love that every month you do that visual. That's very cool, because you do forget. We think of one side of it. We think the ones that have passed. We don't necessarily think about the ones that are here, the ones that came before, all of that. So having that connection is really, really is powerful. It's a power that's makes part of the mission, I think, even stand out even more. I do, because the show is coming to a close. I do want to bring, I know it goes fast, right? I do want to pull up the station here.
Right now we got a little Whiskey Myers playing.
I love it. So real quick, when you, let me just remove that so I can hear you now. I love the graphics. I'm going to totally be a girl for a second. I just love like the power and the green against the black and we the people.
Do you want me to share that story with you?
Yeah, real quick.
And I know we're running out of time, but it's an oxymoron. There's a black camouflage that's pixelated. Each pixel is a person. You are going to see us. Mental health awareness right now, but you're going to see us. We the people. Every time you walk down the aisles of the grocery store, we're done with, hey, celebrate those people that are serving your community. Celebrate those people that are running into the fire when you called 911. I got another saying, but I'll leave it clean and off your air right now. But
okay, that'll be for in person. The next time I see you, you can tell me.
Absolutely.
For sure. 1, maybe 10. I don't know, however many sayings you have. I want them all. I want them all. I'm greedy. Sometimes I'm greedy in here. But Mark, a couple things. Where can they listen to the radio station? How does that?
Absolutely. You can go to, it is https or www.blastfmsocial.media/WP radio. And actually there's a 3 missing there. So we'll get that fixed. It's WP3 radio. I know. I don't know why.
It's the computers. I tell you.
It's technology, man. It's all good. You can go to any of our Facebook pages, the group. There is a WP3 radio page. There's also We Got Your 6 page, and there's also groups. And so reach out to Mark Petersen. You'll see our green everywhere and tag onto it.
Yeah. And I'll put the link to the radio station once I get it. I'll edit this post and stick it right in there so people can just like click and go, and actually just click and
Absolutely.
Go also to your website. Easy. Make things easy. But Mark, before I let you go, I ask that you answer this question. The first thing that pops into your little brain, I shouldn't say little, that sounded awful. Your big, amazing brain and big, amazing heart in this moment right now, Mark, what does love mean to you?
That's a crazy question, because I've watched your show before, so it doesn't just pop in my head. I'm like, I'm prepared for this. We've got an amazing brother named Tony Turner, and we actually had this conversation direct, face to face, and said, what does love mean? Love is a word that I don't really like anymore. People have used it and abused it. So how do we let our veterans and first responders know we love them? We just say, with you, brother, or with you, sister. We are with you. That is a bigger thing for us, but it tells them that we are fully with them all the time. We're willing to build a relationship. We're willing to be in their lives. We're willing to carry their load and help lighten their load. Bottom line is, love is an investment. Love is giving all and everything. And we use with you now. So
I love that. I love that because it's action. I always say with love, I think love has multiple levels. I think it means different things to different people. You can't put your love on somebody else. But it's action behind it all. There is movement. So whatever that looks like, and to me, that's just like what you were saying. Like that with you is like, yeah, we're here side by side, linked arms together. There's action, there's momentum. And that shows in your day-to-day world. So thank you.
It's too easy.
Thank you. And to everybody else out there, remember, as always, you have to love hard, love pure, and love proactive. And until next time, we will see you. Take care.
Patriot Pride.